Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 20 of Natty and Not. We are your hosts.
I am Alexis, and I am Natty.
And I'm Mike, and I'm not. Speaking of ways to identify true Natty status, you got blood work done.
I did get blood work done.
You did.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I was just like, whoa, what's up?
That's one of the ways, right? You get
one of the ways.
P test, lie detector test.
Yeah.
Scouts honor.
Oh.
And blood work.
You better not.
No.
You can't do that. Don't do that.
Not like the 7 people that competed in the NBC Naturals that got disqualified because they pissed hot.
You know what's so funny is like,
I thought this was NBC. What the fuck?
What the fuck? I thought I was supposed to be able to do this.
Fuck. I won fair and square.
What's really funny. So I followed the show because I was curious who won. I think I just saw their overalls. Not their overalls, like their clothes, but like the overall of the people who won. When it came to the like it being like a regional event or like a national event, and like those guys got their pro cards and stuff. We went through some of their profiles. Some of them you saw like OCB Pro, like different natural federations, pro cards, pro winners. And a lot of them, you didn't see any of that stuff, which to me is a little sus. Like, how are you here, but you're not there? But yeah, there apparently were like 7. I've seen it noted in like a number of comments online.
Yeah,
that 7 of them failed.
Do they do like a wall of shame, like the OCB does?
They should.
I was gonna say,
OCB, I feel like they published. Do they publish a list of the winners?
I think they publicly out everybody.
Not the winners, the people that fail.
That cheated, yeah. I think that I thought there was like a list or like a wall of shame somewhere.
I feel like there is.
I don't know. I haven't actually seen it, so I don't know. But I heard there was one, which is pretty fucking funny.
Now I want to like look it up. Is there? But I feel
what do you
like
mean trend banned? Ugh, it's dumb.
Can't you trend? What? I can't do that. No, I feel like they totally should, because like if you're claiming natty status, now I have not competed in a NPC natural show yet. I plan on doing that this year. However, I have competed in regular NPC, which is like everyone, you just show up and you just get on stage. But I've done 2 different natural federations for like their testing. And I can tell you exactly what happens. So OCB, every single athlete is polygraphed like day before, like 2 days before the show. And then if you win your pro card at the show, you're immediately taken to a bathroom and for a piss test. You have to pee in a cup. You have to sign all these papers. And it's like a big deal. At the other federation that I did, no one was polygraphed at all. I thought we were going to be polygraphed because the way that it reads on the website says everyone would be polygraphed and that winners are piss test. There was no polygraph for that one.
Right.
So it was like you showed up with a you better not kind of mentality. And your winners were immediately taken to the bathroom as soon as you get off stage. I have heard there are other federations, and this was actually the promoter that did the OCB show I did in Ohio, I think it was. He was trashing other federations and saying, yeah, they just take our language and they use it on their website. Because if you look across, a lot of the language is very similar, if not exactly the same. But he said some federations only poly like 30% of the athletes. Everyone does get piss tested though if you win. So you could potentially be competing with somebody who did. I mean, you better not. But I'm curious how NPC does it. Are they going to polygraph everybody or just a handful?
I don't know.
And then the big thing,
obviously they did. They caught people, right? So
Well, yeah, I guess that they pee test their winners.
right.
OCB, like they take it even further. They will randomly piss test their pros, like during the off season.
Yeah. Just go ask you to go take a test.
Just go, yeah. So like if you are
Yeah.
running, potentially it's like they're just trying to catch you if you
Sure, yeah. Like maybe you're pushing something that won't show up.
No.
Pee test time.
So curious because I'm going to do an NPC natural event this year. So I'll let you know. So yes, I did get my blood work.
Yes.
And it's laughable.
What's laughable? Which one? Which one of your metrics are laughable?
Testosterone is laughable.
Well, what's the scale for?
You're gonna know I'm natty real fast.
What's the scale for women? Let's frame this a little bit.
Okay. According to the labs that I had done, because I feel like depending on where you go or exactly what they're testing, the range is different. But I had to have all of my standard metabolic panel. So I have all those numbers. And then cortisol, estradiol, testosterone. So free and total. So testosterone 0-1. What?
Go ahead.
No, go.
So are you doing free first and then total, or are they one number?
It just says testosterone free and total. No, I have two numbers.
Two numbers. Okay. So what's the total and then what's the free?
Okay. Well, okay, are you going to tell me the difference?
So total is like total available, and then the free is like it's a indicator of more potential for building muscle.
Okay, I didn't know that. Is it real? Is that really what it is?
Yeah. I mean, in layman's term, yes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain it to me more. Okay, so anyway, my testosterone, my total, the range. Okay, the range.
Range, yeah.
8 to 60.
Okay.
Okay. Mine 8.
Solid. Right in the range.
Yours
still within
was
range.
Still in range.
Still in range.
Oh
Mine
my
was
God.
1,500 and change. It was like 1,582 or something.
That's stupid.
It's my stupid balls,
8.
and penis, and testosterone.
8.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, hold on. So if mine is like 8, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I am putting muscle on, I'm actively putting muscle on. Like you compare my pictures from last year to this year with my abysmal testosterone, I fucking grew muscle tissue.
For sure.
100%.
Yes.
So here's one thing I don't understand. Women in general, there is very much like this conversation happening online, not necessarily in like bodybuilding groups. This is more like women in general groups. But there's always this thing that you hear about as you age, you're going to lose muscle mass, your ability to grow muscle diminishes, which is it's got to be related all to like hormone decline that starts to happen around like mid 30s and then longer, right? My question is, and this is what I don't get, if I could build muscle at an 8 available testosterones that are in my body, I don't understand why other people can't do that. Like, I just don't get, like, I don't get it. I don't understand this concept of like, and maybe I'm just not old enough yet. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 8's pretty good. But I'll tell you what, mine's declined because the last time I had blood work, which was in March, my testosterone was 11. Prior to that, my testosterone was 17. It's been going down.
Yeah.
So how is it with this declining testosterone? Am I still able to build muscle? But like, there's this big conversation that people can't.
Yeah. I don't think it's, I mean, yeah, I think hormones are a part of it, but the big part of it is everything else you're doing, right? So it's your diet, your training.
I train like a motherfucker.
Right. You train your ass off and you go to failure, and that stimulus is still there, right? So it's forcing your body to utilize your food appropriately and put it in the right places. So I think that, like, logically in my head, that's just what the difference is. I mean, most people do not have good, like a good idea or control over their diet, like what it is and what it should be. And
for their goals, because
and
if you're
and and a lot
constantly
of people
eating
are
in a deficit,
and a lot of
which
people aren't training with anything in particular besides just like, I go to the gym so I can be active, right?
right,
Whether that's, truly, if they're, whether that person's like truly working their ass off, if they're literally just going just to like move around and just to do something
depends
physical.
on your goal. Depends on
Right.
your goal. I guess that
Right.
makes
Right.
sense.
So in my mind, that's where it's at. But if you were to say like apples to apples comparison, like somebody with a hormone level of 17 versus 8, like how are you able to do it on 8? I think it's all
Yeah.
it's all the other factors.
That's really interesting, because I don't think, now again, not talking about the bodybuilding population, but just like general population, most people don't train to their capacity of what they're actually able to do. And I would say even fewer women will do that, or are willing to do that, because that's just what there's been studies that talk about like muscle hypertrophy and recovery times. There was this one, I was on like a Jeff Nippard video, and they were talking about like recovery between sets. How quickly do you recover, and like comparing men versus women, because I think it's sort of widely thought that women don't need as much time to recover between sets as men do. That was kind of like a hypothesis going in, and they were trying to figure out why. And it was proved set over set during the study that they did not need as much time to recover. I don't remember what the average time was, but it was significantly less than the male counterpart. But then they added, women are not working to failure. So it's like the men in that study, more of them worked till muscular failure. Like, I am trying to push this weight up and I physically cannot move it again.
Right.
Versus women will typically go to ooh, that burns, or like, ooh, that's really hard. But in reality, if they were to work till failure, they probably would have had twice as many in them. So yeah. So maybe that's why.
That makes sense.
But it just sparked that in me. I'm like, I don't get it. So
yeah. So what are the any other, everything else is good, I guess. What do you want to talk about? Highlights?
No. I mean, I'll talk about it. So testosterone, 8, free testosterone, 0.0 to 0.42 is the interval. Mine was 0.4.
Nice. Still within range. Pretty good.
Still within range, which the range is nothing.
Yep.
To 4.2. So it's not looking good. So Coach and I talked about this. My other hormone levels were in range. My estradiol was 64.7. My range was 43 to 211, which is like such a massive range. Holy shit. And that's for like that phase of my cycle, because there's like 5 ranges. My progesterone was 16.1, and it should have been 1.8 to 23.9. So what's more important with the estrogen and the progesterone is the ratio versus the actual number. That's more important than what the actual numbers are, because it's the ratio that determines like how you feel. So I tend to be a little bit more estrogen dominant. I have low progesterone, and we've kind of deduced that just from like my monthly cycle and what happens during like ovulation and how that makes me feel and all of these other things. So I take a couple supplements to help with any excess estrogen. But I also was taking 2 supplements, natural supplements, to try to raise my testosterone. Clearly, they're not working.
Yep. You were taking
So,
those for
yeah,
like a month or so?
I've been taking them since my last bloods,
Okay. So for,
which was March.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm natural. All natty. That's for
Yep.
sure.
We got evidence for sure.
We've got evidence. So, talking to coach about hormones, she's like, you really should get on HRT. She's like clearly the things that we're trying, it's not working. As we look at like the trend over time, it's gone down. She's just like, you really should consider getting on testosterone or just any more HRT, which is
Yeah.
just hormone, not just necessarily testosterone,
Right.
to try to help, because a lot of the things are just due to hormone changes. She goes, but it's going to disqualify you, which
Right.
would.
Right.
It would absolutely, like, I can't get on the hormone replacement that I need without saying goodbye to
Natty status.
natty status. And then I
Mhm.
would be,
The prestigious natty status.
I know it's hard. It's really hard. Cause like I've sort of felt over like the last year, like just noticing things. This is like getting older.
Mhm.
My body is starting to do this like perimenopause thing, which sounds like such an old lady thing to say. And I hate so much. I don't want to identify
Yeah.
with that. Cause to me, it's like, fuck, then you're old. Like menopause, that's fucking grandma shit.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a grandma, right? Like I'm almost a 39-year-old fucking muscle mommy. I'm not a fucking grandma. So that's like that word just has that feeling and I hate it.
Mhm.
But I saw somebody online explain this perimenopause stage like a second puberty. And I like that so much more
Yeah.
because like you go through puberty as your body has like a major hormone change. This is like the same thing that's happening. It's like starting like this 15-year journey of this like change. But it's like all these like little things I've noticed over the last year. I'm like, man, I would totally benefit from just getting on HRT for my own well-being and health. And it's been a struggle
Yeah.
because it's like then I have to give it up. So
Right. But you're going to compete
I'm
this year, right? You have all this work and you've built
yeah.
up this physique. Now you're in the cutting phases, so it's like get through this year, get through this season,
Yeah.
see how things pan out, and you make a decision from there, right? You don't have
Yeah.
to. I think even if you
It'd be
ultimately do go on HRT, you know, eventually that's it is what it is because you're doing it for your health and your well being and just trying to feel normal
yeah.
because your hormones are not where they should be.
They're declining.
Yeah.
They're declining. Yeah. So yes, I've show in April, show in May. My goal this year is to two things.
Mhm.
Compete at the Orton. Obviously, I would love to win it, but
Right.
I don't want to put all my hopes and dreams in that basket. Like I want to set realistic goals. I think that means I have to get top 3 in an OCB Pro show. So
Right.
there's one in May, which we already started planning travel for.
Yeah.
And then if I don't do well there is one in June, I think, in like Phoenix. It's like my backup show. So it's
Right.
like if I don't do though there, I've got like another chance in this like window where I could be like where I'm still like lean enough to compete. And yeah, hopefully I'll qualify for the Orton, which
Yeah.
is in September. I'm gonna do the June NPC Naturals show because I want to compete in the Ben Weeder, which is like the natural nationals. So there
Mhm.
you could win an IFBB Pro card as a natural athlete.
Right.
So, and the only thing I have to do to get into that one is to have competed at a regional event. So, and then that one's in November. So I've got like, I've got like a lot of hopes and dreams and like plans for this year. And so I want to get through that. I want to see how I end up the year. And like, if I'm happy with sort of like how I ended that, like truly, truly natty stage, then I'll be like, okay, I can like make my peace with it, put that to bed, and then go to this because it's for my health.
Then embrace the drugs.
Then embrace the drugs.
Friend.
So it's funny too, because there's a lot of women who think, hey, if I'm on HRT, I should still be allowed to compete naturally. And as much as like I might be one of those people really soon, or like if I could do that, I would for my own health purposes, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think that if you are on HRT, I don't think that you should compete naturally, because even if you're put back at like, quote, normal levels, it's not normal for a woman of your age to be at those levels.
Right.
It is normal for like a 25-year-old, a 30-year-old to be at those levels. So I think like the word normal gets thrown around. It's not normal because a woman at my age experiences these things. That's normal. Does it make you feel your best? No. Is there something you can do about it? Absolutely. But it absolutely will give you an advantage. I can't even fathom what boosting my testosterone, even let's just say we bring it to like 50. So it's in range. It's like on the higher side of like of the range. But let's say we brought that to 50. I can't even like that's nuts. Like, what would that do? That's going to give me such an advantage in the gym. It's going to give me such an advantage from a muscle building capacity. So it's not there and it shouldn't be there, but it's like, because it's going to give you an advantage. Even if it's just like, hey, you feel better, you have more energy, so you can put that into training. It's still an advantage.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, it would be a slippery slope to try and manage that too. I mean, it'd be...
How could you manage that? Are you going to pull blood work on everybody? You know what I mean? Like,
you'd have to.
They're not going to do that.
No.
So those are my hormones. Other things I had going on, the last couple sets of blood work I had, my liver numbers were high, like just slightly out of range. And those came down significantly. So now they are all like middle of the middle. So a lot of the gut things that I had been working on, I think has really made a huge impact into like my liver health. So that's really good. My kidneys are on the high side, which is weird. That's never happened to me before. And then my iron numbers are really high. Where did it go?
Yeah. And you're thinking that's coming from the rice?
I don't know. I was trying to think of it. So where did my iron. So the reference range is 27 to 159. Mine was 193. And like, I don't take a separate iron supplement.
Right.
We take a multi just to fill in any gaps. So it's got like 100%.
Yeah.
But I was trying to think back because my bloods that I got in March? Where was it? 132. And I've never had that come up as like a problem before. So coach actually asked me, she's like, are you like getting your period? Like, are you having like a heavier menstrual cycle? And I was just like, it's like normal. Like, it's not crazy. So she was concerned I'm like holding on to too much blood. But the only changes I made since the last time were switching up the tofu that I'm eating. So this tofu has like 15% of your daily. So I'm probably getting like 40% of my daily iron from just the tofu. And then rice changed, but I don't know if our rice is fortified with iron.
Yeah, we threw the bag out, so we got to look next time we buy it.
Yeah.
I know my creamer rice is pretty high in iron.
Yeah.
Which is actually a problem for like bodybuilders that eat meat, because they'll end up having creamer rice. Yeah, they'll have creamer rice, and then they'll have significant amount of beef, and iron levels could be really, really high.
Yeah. What does it do if your iron levels are high? Like just bad in your blood? It probably does something.
I think right weren't you saying that like the higher levels could be like early anemia?
Yeah, she said the high iron with something else. I don't remember what the other thing meant. Could be like early anemia.
Right.
I think something's fluky. Like my gut tells me. I don't think I'm anemic.
No, I don't think you are either.
But I think something's fluky.
Yeah.
Like I went in, I didn't go in fasted, so that can like skew some of those numbers.
Sure.
I don't think I was fully hydrated either when I went in. So I think we can go on to what's it, the Merrick site or whatever it is.
Yep.
And order just specific numbers. I might just do that in like another month or two just to
check it again.
Just in case it was like a fluky thing.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I'll get next lab work for me is going to be like maybe in like 3 weeks.
Because then you're done with your like maintenance phase, right?
At
that point.
He said 6 to 8 weeks. This is like week 3. So like another 3-4 weeks.
This is like week 5 or 6.
4? I lost track, honestly. Like I gotta look at a calendar.
I feel like you're like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. But yeah, you're probably right. But yeah, another 3 or 4 weeks and we'll get labs pulled again and we'll see where that ends up. See if I'm healthy enough to go back into a push phase.
Yeah, so that'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
How have your workouts been this week? Have you had a lot of, you were chit-chatting so much today at the gym?
Yes.
With people? Yes.
2
Has that been
potential
all week?
clients. Hello?
Oh, 2 potential clients?
Yeah. Well, the guy I was talking to today was interested in a nutrition plan with us, so I was chatting him up. So that was a little more business, but typically, I'm just fucking around. What's up?
It has been stupid busy, and I don't know.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's got to just be school's out because it's a lot of kids. It's like a lot of like high school kids.
Well, we've been going
later.
I feel like if we went at our normal hour, like or normal like 8 o'clock ish time, I think we would dodge a lot of that crowd. I think it's only busy now because at that time frame, because like you said, because of the college kids, that's when they are waking up and getting ready to go too.
I think you're right. Because Thursday I had to go. I went earlier than you because I had PT that I had to get to.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad. There were some, but it wasn't like crazy.
Yeah.
But all of them talk to each other for way too long.
It's been
the number of people I've had to go up to this week and be like, what the fuck are you doing? How many more sets do you have?
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of yappies. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Doing 20 sets of yip yaps.
20 sets of yip yaps.
Need to get the fuck out of here.
You had people ask to take your picture this week, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So I had a very festive gym fit going on. I had my red Santa Claus tank top and my red shorts and a Santa hat. So I was looking very inviting for people to come up and say hello. And as soon as I got off the lying down leg curl machine, two younger guys came over with the Santa hats on. Like, hey, can we take a picture with you? And I was like, bring it in. Merry Christmas. Come on. It was pretty funny. But then there was other people that wore Santa hats though too. There was
they're having a good time.
Yeah, another guy there. It was just like it's the day before Christmas or it's Christmas Eve, right? Everybody's just in the spirit, in the mood, and still in the gym. So it was fun. But
you do feel old at the gym with all those young kids there though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I get told how often how young I look.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're not doing things to help you stay young?
Yes. Well, I have invested in a night serum to help me with some of my forehead lines and wrinkles around my eyes when I smile. So we'll see how that works. Give it another couple weeks, but I don't think it's made much of a difference.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
But
we did try frownies. I put frownies on you a couple times.
Yeah, it's frownies for everybody that's not informed. It's a stinky construction paper with adhesive on one side, and you wet it lick it like a stamp, and you stick it on your fucking face, and it stops your face from moving.
It's like a
and
cast.
it smells like stinky shit. I don't know what the fuck it's made out of, but it's like does not smell good. And then in the morning you can rip it off like a giant scab. It's gross. Shit's gross. I hated it. And then you're like, come on, we're fighting time. And I'm just like, I'm not a time cop. I'm not here to fucking reconstruct time on my face with these sticky construction paper. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, I didn't like them.
Some people swear by those.
I didn't like them. It was
Yeah.
just, I honestly, like, they're really not that bad. I'm just trying to be funny. But
No, you hated it. I don't think you're trying to be funny at all. You fucking hated it.
The routine.
And everything that you just said, you complained about seriously at the time.
I did. Yeah, they come in like weird shaped pieces, like triangles, and you have to fucking play, hold your fucking forehead back, keep it straight, and then play puzzle piece forehead, and I don't like that. It's not a good time for me. So I said, fuck this, I'm done. I did it for
I'm gonna buy a serum. I think you did it like 3 times.
I did it 3 times, and I was like, you know what? I found something new. It's just this oil you just put on your face. It's snake oil. I bought the snake oil in the bottle, and well, we'll see if it works. I don't know. I took a picture when I started, so we'll compare it in like a month. I want to go through like 1 bottle of it, give it some time. It's basically just a bunch of herbs and botanicals.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I think it's just like, here's some feel good juice. You just put that on your face.
Just put that on your face.
You say night night. Good. Yeah.
I did them for like 2 weeks. The frowny things.
Yeah. Why'd you stop?
It was giving me a super headache, because it's like, okay, so the whole point of it is like, okay, so like what Botox does is it like freezes your muscles so you can't move them. So it doesn't like fill in. I think people think it like fills it in, but that's not what it does. You like paralyze your muscles, so then like you can't create wrinkles like that, right? So you just can't do it, because that's what it is. It's like your muscles folding. So this thing acts like a cast to like make your muscles not move. So it just like smushes them down, and it's supposed to like train you not to use your muscles. But I gotta tell you what, you do start to like become, once you're wearing them for a little bit, you do become very aware of like you scrunching your eyebrows or like any movement here. You become super aware of it. So I think that's how it like quote trains you. But I was getting massive headaches right here in these muscles then that were like not being allowed to move, or I was like becoming aware of.
They wanted to scrunch.
I was getting a horrible headache, and the headaches were lasting like all day. Like it didn't just go away when I took them off. So I was just like, I don't want to wear these anymore.
All right. I mean, Botox would be probably the same thing though, if it was like.
You're probably right, but then I can't rip those off, and I would just have to deal with it, and it would fix all the wrinkles. So I think I'm going to try it. I was saying for a while, like I wasn't going to try it. I'm afraid of like the cost of it, because it's stupid expensive, and then the maintenance of it, because
you got to keep up.
You got to keep up with it. Like your body metabolizes it.
How long does it take for your body to process one series?
It totally depends on the person, and it depends on how fast you metabolize it. So what I've learned is that a lot of girlies get something that's similar called Dysport, and that's supposed to last longer.
Okay.
In you, but like every 4 months.
Okay. Oh, that's not terrible actually.
Some people go a little.
You want longer. You want a 4 month long headache?
No,
that's fucking funny. That's fucking
maybe
funny.
I don't get it.
You're like, I don't know. Yeah, Botox might give me a headache. How long does it last for? 4 months.
Well, I would think that you become used to it at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, but I want it like around my eyes and here.
Yeah.
And then like a little bit right here.
Okay.
And then, I mean, you might as well fucking fix all this shit.
Do it.
But I think I might. I think I'm at the point I'm like, I want to try it.
Yeah.
me being in prep, it's going to make me go through it faster, and I'm aware of that. But my birthday's next month, and I want to do it for my birthday present.
Birthday Botox. Ooh.
So that's what we're doing.
Cool.
That, and plus, I don't know. You opened up different supplements. Did you just add shit to your pill jars?
All the time. If there's something new,
Would you
I want it. Hold on. Can we pause? Right down 35, 26. I got to piss. Okay. Yeah. So I've added 2 supplements to my morning pill regime.
Yeah.
One is NAD, which helps with cellular metabolism.
What?
Cellular metabolism.
Oh, metabolism.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like how quickly your cells turn over?
Yeah, basically. And it's to help.
Is it
with,
though? Or because
yeah.
that was not convincing.
That
was not convincing that you knew what that meant.
So I'm trying to remember exactly, but it's basically, it helps with slowing down aging. So,
oh, is that what that's for?
Yeah. So NAD plus.
Whoa, hold on. Why wouldn't you fucking told me that? Why weren't you like, babe, I found the supplement that's anti-aging?
Because it's I'm doing my own testing. I'm doing my own experiments.
You wouldn't share that with me? That's fucked up.
So yeah, you could try it. I guess with all your belly stuff, I wouldn't recommend anything for you unless you were fucking, it was already on your list of shit that you were taking.
The list of shit that I'm taking has gone down.
Yeah, and then the NAC is a basically anti-inflammatory antioxidant. So it just helps with inflammation.
What's an antioxidant?
Antioxidant? Well, that's when you have too many oxidants. Too many oxides. I just wanted to sound like an asshole. So
what is that? What is that? I understand inflammation. We talked about that being a buzzword. I think antioxidant is like the buzzword of like the early 2000s. When I was growing up, I never heard of an oxidant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that like there's, especially
what is that? What's an antioxidant? What does it do?
So it's the opposite of oxide. That's a good question. Let's talk about it. I'll look it up for you, and I'll give you the.
Antioxidants are substances that protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. That sounds like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Yep. Free radicals. I remember that being in like a television commercial. Free radicals, caused by free radicals, unstable molecules that can disrupt cellular processes.
Yeah.
Does that sound like it's fucking made up? That sounds like some made up shit. That doesn't sound real. It's just like pixie dust and unicorn shit. That's what it sounds like. Antioxidants are substances that protect cells from damage caused by free radicals, unstable molecules that can disrupt cellular processes. They neutralize free radicals by donating electrons to them, thus preventing further oxidation. If that isn't a unicorn pissing and shitting in filters, I don't know what the fuck is. That sounds so fake.
Well, it's, free radicals are, did it say where the free radicals are from?
Unstable molecules that can disrupt cellular processes.
Right.
So where do we get these free radicals?
I think your body just produces them. And that's why you need to antiox their asses.
Okay, so functions of antioxidants: it protects against oxidative stress. Oxidative stress occurs when there is an imbalance between free radical production and antioxidant defenses. Antioxidants help restore this balance.
There you go.
Free radicals can trigger inflammation. This all sounds so fucking stupid to me.
This
All
is
right, so
body science, dog.
you're. I
So
know
I'm
this dog
stopping.
is
I'm
made up.
stopping time and aging, and I'm getting rid of free radicals in my body. So look at me fucking go.
Look at you fucking go.
Yeah,
Why don't you just take turmeric for inflammation?
I do. I take some.
You take the turmeric I take?
Yeah, I take turmeric.
With the ginger and pepper?
Yep.
Because you need the pepper to activate the turmeric. That's another fucking dumb shit thing.
Yep. You also have to kill a chicken and make a pentagram on the floor with its blood. Otherwise, it won't work.
That's what that sounds like. Oh
Yep.
my god.
Yep.
All right.
So
So what are you expecting to see something different or feel something different with these things?
I think it'll be more of just a feel thing. I've heard other benefits. Again, this is anecdotal, but
Mhm.
people have said that NAD helps with just like joints and mobility and just like feeling stiff. So
Are you feeling stiff, babe?
no, but I'm just saying I think if I feel anything, that's what I would feel. And I would feel, less radical.
Less radical.
Which sounds lame, but it's actually pretty cool.
Sounds really dumb. Really, really dumb. Are you excited to use all of your Christmas presents?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby hooked me up. I tried the
It
wedges
did.
today. Got to give them another go. Like the floor wedges for like your heels, so you can do heel elevated exercises.
That was a tough buy to get something that like wouldn't be crazy heavy that you'd be able to like put in your gym bag.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to give those another try, and then got a new lifting belt, which is cool.
Which
Got
doesn't
some.
fit, so I have to buy you a bigger size.
I wasn't gonna say that, but okay, you can just, beat yourself up if you want. And then I got some cool ankle wrap grips or ankle wraps. What were they, like wrist wraps for like
Like wrist straps, like for cables. It came in
yeah.
like a pair. You get like the wrist ones, you
Yeah,
put the cable machine
I
on
don't know what
there.
they're called though. That's why I was just like,
Cuffs.
cuffs. Yeah, they're like cuffs where you could like basically
Yeah.
you could do lateral raises is what I want to do with them
Yeah.
without
They
having to
came in
hold
they
something
came in a
in the
package
hand.
with like the ankle ones. So
Yeah.
if you
So
need bigger ones or you ever do like glute kickbacks or something, you're set.
yep. Work on my my Giat. And then what else? Gym stuff. I think that's all the other gym stuff I got. You got me. Was there more?
You got me a seatbelt.
I did. Yeah, we got you a
That
seatbelt.
was so exciting.
Yes.
Oh my fucking God. It was
Yes.
amazing.
So people that do like anything seated for leg machines, curls, or extensions, this is like a separate seatbelt that you could literally just buy. It looks just like an airplane seatbelt, but
Mhm.
it's just a long buckle that you could loop around your seat and clip your legs in super tight.
No, like it's clipping your hips in. So you're
Sorry, your
putting it
hips.
around your waist.
Yep.
So like think about like if you do like a leg extension, if your butt ever comes up or like you have to like hold yourself down so tight because it's like the weight that you're lifting, that just keeps your hips in place.
Hmm. And then you love that too, right? You said you tried it both with curls and extensions and they were good?
I was doing seated leg curls and I don't fit well in that machine. If I get it where it's like tight, where like I don't move around much, it feels like my legs are gonna break, like hyperextends my knees. So I've never been able to use that machine in like a really comfortable spot. Like I'm like constantly like bracing myself into it. I put that on my hips and I was like, I didn't have to brace myself at all. It was
Mm.
amazing. And then I was able to isolate the muscle so much more because I wasn't sliding. Amazing. It's my new
Sweet.
favorite thing.
Sweet. So yeah.
Mm-hmm,
So those are the fitness Christmas presents.
You had leg extensions today. You didn't use it.
Oh, I just hold myself down. Yeah. I don't have that problem that you have. Like I sit, I do what John Jewett says, and like I put the seat all the way back, and like I don't have a problem lifting off.
Okay.
Like
Really?
yeah, I mean like I could hold myself without any problems. Like even when I'm
Yeah.
lifted heavy, like I don't lift off.
You're just, well, I mean, you have 1,500 testosterone and I only have 8. So I can only hold on. It's exhausting to hold myself down. And
Yeah.
like, even then, sometimes I can't hold myself in a good spot.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'll be able, maybe if my testosterone goes up, I can hold myself better in the machines. But yeah, so
Okay.
that was super cool. I love
Yeah.
that. How was your week at the gym? How was your check-in?
Check-in was good. Last week basically said, no changes. My body weight's holding on really well. This week I checked in. I was about a half pound down, but kind of marginal.
Yeah.
Nothing really crazy. So I'm assuming there's going to be no change this week. So we'll probably just keep things the same.
Were you honest with
I
how you
was.
ate this week?
I was. Yeah. That was. Yeah. This is also going to be my win of the week. Christmas feasting like an animal. So
All
yeah.
week though too, so not even just like Christmas Day. I mean, you've
Yeah.
been eating all of the cookies for a good while.
Christmas. I've been putting them to work. Christmas cookies. Rawr. Been putting those calories to work at the gym.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's been awesome. Just been enjoying a lot of awesome food this week that I normally wouldn't. So that's been fun. You made awesome baked ziti, which was cool. We just haven't had that for a while, and
Yeah.
that just hit like a comfort food spot. The kids are like
Kids
raving
are
about it.
eating it up.
Yeah. So that was my win of the week. Christmas cookies and all your cooking has been awesome. So I've been
And weight held stable even with eating
yeah, and I went down a half pound. So looks like I'm going to do it again this week. But yeah, we'll see what coach says, because I told him, I was like, hey, I've been pretty sloppy all week. Just been eating Christmas cookies whenever I can get my hands on them. And he also said this week, eat good.
Yeah.
So I took a little liberty there.
He's not gonna, I mean,
But I also saw him post
you're
on
not on prep.
Instagram,
Enjoy it.
like I think it was like Christmas night or the day after Christmas night. Like he's like at the Waffle House, and he had this like big plate of like short stack of pancakes and home fries, and I was like, the dude's having a good time too.
Yum.
So we're good.
That made me hungry.
Yeah. How about you? What
All
are your
right.
wins a week?
Well, my check-in went well.
Checking
This
with good.
past week, officially off of all the SIBO stuff, introduced a couple of foods that SIBO was not friendly on, and I did perfectly fine with them. So that's good.
Great.
So that's definitely gone. So that's huge. Started midweek, the sort of new-ish protocol, all the silver fern stuff that I got. It's far less than what I was doing. So it's not terrible. It's basically 2 different types of digestive enzymes at each meal. This nano scrub, it's like a microbiome something in the morning. And then I do like a reflux drink and motility at night.
What's
It's like,
motility?
I don't know. It's essentially like
See how
what's
that
in
feels?
it, or I
Yeah.
know.
How about I ask
I
you what
don't
everything does on your fucking shit? What is that? What do all your things do?
I can tell you what it does. I don't remember what all was in it. That I'd have to look up. But what it does is it helps. I have slow digestion.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think all of like my stomach issues go from. My metabolism is high, my
Mm-hmm.
digestion is low.
Mm-hmm.
So I use all of the food in my body really efficiently, but it's just like I've just learned my digestion's slow, and I think that's what causes a ton of the issues that I have. So what this is supposed to do is to help the muscles. So it's not like a laxative that like makes your muscles contract or anything like that, but it's supposed to make the muscles of the digestive system move more to help you digest faster. That's what it does.
Right.
Now, if you need to know what's in it, I have to go look at it.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I started on those things and already feeling a difference there too. So
Good.
that's really good. I am down 1.3 pounds.
Ooh.
So I'm officially 144 and some change. So that feels really good. And I'm 16 weeks out. So I could lose less than a pound a week and with more tissue, be at a good, like a really, really good spot.
Cruise right into peak week.
Seriously. So it's doing good. Haven't even been able to hit all of my calories, to be honest, this week. So getting in all of the meals has been a little bit rough.
Mm-hmm.
I've been very, very full at the end of the day, which is part of that, like speed up the digestion won't be as much of a problem.
Yeah.
So that was that. And then my win for the week, I had a couple of nutrition clients check in with really good weeks.
Awesome.
Big wins for them. Some really great successes. Just learning some new ways of eating and doing some really good things. So I had a handful of like really, really good client check-ins today. And so that made me feel really good. They're making progress. And so that's my win for this week.
Awesome. That's super rewarding. Cool.
Yeah. I think we should call it. I think one of our animals is destroying something.
All right.
I hear something being torn apart.
All right, let's wrap it there and go find out what the disaster is.